Hello, year 5 and year 6, and once again, welcome to Ancient Greece. I'll be your guide again today for this lesson. So, without further ado, let's get started. As you know, our global theme is rights and responsibilities, and we try to answer a big question this term. How do we make our voices heard? And so far, we've been exploring a lot already about ancient Greece, like how can we possibly know so much about the ancient Greece? We also looked at Alexander the Great, and today we are here. How did the Athenian democracy work? So we still have some questions to answer before answering our big question, but we are here today at a crucial point and a crucial part of ancient Greece. So without further ado, grab your topic book or your curriculum book, depending on how you call it, pencil, pen, rulers, and coloring pencils, because you will need them for the lesson. So I give you like 5 minutes to get ready, and I catch up with you very soon. Amazing, year 5, year 6. So the Athenian democracy. So it's a long topic we've got here to develop, and I've split it into 4 different parts. So in this lesson, we're going to try to answer this part here. How did the Athenian democracy work? Then we will explore who didn't have a voice in ancient Greece, followed by what was the Athenian democracy legacy? And finally, we will try to answer and review how did the ancient Greeks make their voices heard. So let's start with part 1. How did the Athenian democracy work? So in your books, can you please write the LO for today? So LO, learning objectives. How did the Athenian democracy work? I don't exactly know when you're going to do this lesson, so please write the date that suits you. Make sure you underline the LO like you would normally do in class, and let's have a look at the signs of success. You'll be very successful today if you can use specific vocabulary, and you will see that there are lots of new words you're probably going to learn along the way. Now you're going to create a poster to explain how the Athenian democracy works. So that's going to be another sign of success. And then we will do a bit of thinking time about how this Athenian democracy worked. So different things to explore today in our lesson. Now, before diving into proper learning, if we want to answer the question, how did the Athenian democracy work? We need to be able to explain this word democracy. So maybe some of you already know what it means. Maybe some of you are still unsure. So let's read through what we've got here. Democracy. The word democracy describes a form of government. The word comes from 2 Greek words that mean rule by the people. In a democracy, the people have a say in how the government is run. And they do this by voting, though there are usually rules about who can vote. Democracies are really different from dictatorships, as in a dictatorship, one person called a dictator makes all the rules. Now, if we want to explore democracy in more details, we will see that there are 2 main forms of democracy: a direct democracy and a representative democracy. In a direct democracy, all the voters come together in one place to make laws and decisions. However, often there are too many people for direct democracy to work. So in those cases, the people elect representative or other people to speak for them. And this is what we call a representative democracy. And then the elected representative makes the laws and decisions. So now we know more about democracy and what democracy is. Let's dive into the Athenian democracy. So year 5 and year 6, I'm going to show you different documents that you've got to read today and take notes, obviously. The aim is to create a poster about how the Athenian democracy works. So take as many notes as you can in the way you want. I suggest that you include some specific vocabulary as you will need it for your poster. So I'm going to play the different slides, pause the video when you need, obviously, take some notes, and I will catch up with you at the end. Amazing job, year 5 and year 6. And I'm sure that now you know a lot about the Athenian democracy. So just to make sure you've got the vocabulary right, let's have a bit of a quiz. So here we've got some key words related to the Athenian democracy. And on the right-hand side, we've got the definition. So can you match the words to their definition? I give you about 5 to 10 seconds to do it, and I'll catch up with you in a moment. Okay, brilliant. So what did you come up with? I'm going to give you the answer. So democracy, I'm sure that now you've got it. Democracy, the word comes from two Greek words that mean ruled by the people. Citizens. In ancient Greece, there were only the native-born men. Veto. A veto is a power to refuse or allow a decision or a proposal. The bull was the ruling council. The ecclesia, the assembly of citizens. And the pnyx, sorry, I'm not really sure of the pronunciation, but the pnyx was the hill in Athens where people gathered to host their popular assemblies. Well done if you've got all the words right. I've got some more here. So let's have a look at these 4 words: ostracize, monarchy, oligarchy, and tyranny. Can you match these words to their definitions? Again, I give you about 10 seconds. Amazing, year 5, year 6. I'm sure you're ready for the answers. So let's start. Ostracize. Let me find it. Ostracize is a temporary banishment from a city by popular vote. Second, we've got monarchy. Monarchy is the rule of an individual through inheritance. Oligarchy is a rule by only a few people, mainly aristocrats. And tyranny is an individual rule who seizes power by force. So, well done. You know all the main words related to the Athenian democracy, and I'm sure you can't wait to go to the next part of the lesson. So year 5 and year 6, now that you know so much about the Athenian democracy, it's time to present your work. I suggest you make a poster about it. I think it's a simple way and a more engaging and probably fun way to present it. So make a poster in exactly the way you want. You can add colors, you can add like boxes, and most important of all, make sure you include specific vocabulary. So probably a glossary to go with. Imagine you present your word, your poster to someone who doesn't have a clue about the Athenian democracy, and I'm sure a glossary would be helpful. So year 5 and year 6, pause the video, make your poster, and post it on Dojo so we can have a look at what you've been up to. I'll catch up with you in a moment. Brilliant, year 5 and year 6. And here we're getting to activity number 2, which is more like a thinking activity. So you can do it on your own, or if you've got someone around you, just maybe you can have a chat with this person, or if you're in school, make sure you have a chat with your friend, your teacher, whoever is around. So we explored the Athenian democracy and you presented a poster about it. Now, As brave change makers, what do you think about this model? What do you think about the Athenian democracy? Was it fair? Unfair? If you could change things, what would you change? Or equally, what would you keep? And if you know a bit how our democracy here in the UK works, how is it different to the Athenian democracy? So you can use examples to justify your answers, or you can just like say, oh, I think so because, or maybe I think that, and I need maybe more ideas about it. So it's up to you, year 5 and year 6, of how you want to do this part. But I suggest you try to find someone to talk to make the discussion more interesting. Thank you, year 5 and year 6, for being with me today. And I catch up with you very soon for the next part of the Athenian democracy. Take care and see you later.